Everything in your life looks fine. You're not in a crisis, nothing is falling apart. But something still feels off. Not sad, not broken, just empty. And the worst part is, you can't even explain it. If you've ever felt like this, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not the problem. You're in the right place. Because what you're feeling isn't random. There's a very real psychological reason behind it. What most people don't realize is that this feeling has a name. It's called emotional numbness or emotional blunting. It's not the absence of emotions. It's your brain reducing your ability to feel them fully. People often describe it as feeling disconnected, like life is happening in the background, or like they're just going through the motions. And surprisingly, it doesn't always come with sadness. In fact, many people feel empty even when everything seems fine on the outside. So why does this happen? The first reason is something called emotional overload. Your brain is not designed to process endless stress, pressure, and stimulation. When it gets overwhelmed, it doesn't break down, it shuts things down. This is a protective response. Instead of letting you feel everything at once, your brain lowers emotional intensity to help you survive it. That's why sometimes, after going through too much, you don't feel more, you feel less. The second reason is chronic stress and burnout. When your body stays in a constant state of stress, your nervous system shifts into what psychologists call a survival mode. In this state, your brain prioritizes functioning over feeling. Stress hormones like cortisol can actually reduce your ability to experience positive emotions. So you keep going, you keep doing things, but emotionally, you feel flat. The third reason is something deeper, emotional suppression. A lot of people learn, consciously or not, to push down their emotions, to stay strong, to not react, to move on quickly. But here's the problem. Your brain doesn't selectively numb emotions. If you suppress pain, you also suppress joy. Over time, this creates a kind of internal silence where nothing feels fully accessible anymore. And then there's something most people never think about: disconnection. You can be surrounded by people, scrolling all day, constantly stimulated, and still feel completely disconnected from yourself. Psychology describes this as a loss of emotional connection, where you're present physically but not emotionally engaged. And that creates that quiet, unsettling feeling that something is missing. Now here's the part that changes everything. This feeling is not a flaw, it's a signal. Your mind isn't empty because something is wrong with you. It's empty because something inside you needs attention. So how do you actually start fixing it? Not by forcing yourself to feel something. That usually makes it worse. Instead, therapy-based approaches focus on something simpler: reconnection. The first step comes from mindfulness-based therapy. Instead of trying to change how you feel, you start by noticing it. Not judging it, not fixing it, just becoming aware of it. Because awareness reactivates emotional processing. This is why mindfulness is widely used in modern psychology. It helps bring your mind out of autopilot and back into experience. The second step comes from cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. CBT teaches that your emotions are closely linked to your patterns, your thoughts, your habits, your behaviors. If your life becomes repetitive, passive, or disconnected, your emotional system reflects that. So instead of waiting to feel motivated, you change small behaviors first. Because emotion often follows action, not the other way around. And the third step is something most people ignore: allowing emotions instead of avoiding them. Research shows that avoiding emotions can actually intensify disconnection, while accepting them helps reduce it. That means letting yourself feel uncomfortable things, not escaping them immediately, not distracting yourself instantly. Because the more you allow your emotional system to function naturally, the more it starts to come back. This doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. Because your brain isn't broken, it adapted. and anything that adapts can readapt. So if you've been feeling empty lately, understand this. You're not losing yourself. You're just disconnected from parts of yourself that need attention again. And once you start noticing that, slowly, things begin to come back.
You do not have to solve your whole life today. Just start with one honest step. PsychWhiz is here every step of the way. Subscribe so you never miss one. And if there's something on your mind you want us to explore next, the comments are yours. See you in the next one.